Hello class 8, how are you all? So last time we studied about deforestation. Yes, now we will continue the chapter 7, conservation of plants and animal. So before we start the chapter, let's revise whatever we studied in previous class. Yes, first of all we will revise, then we will move to the next topic, okay, which is, as you can see on your screen. So first of all we studied about deforestation. Yes, so what is deforestation? The clearing of forest and using the land for other purposes is known as deforestation. Yes, the clearing of forest and using the land for other purposes is known as deforestation. Then we studied about the causes of deforestation. Yes, reason of the deforestation: procuring land for cultivation, building houses and factories, using wood as fuel, and making furnitures. The natural causes of deforestation are forest fire, drought, and greed of money is also the reason of deforestation. Yes, and we also studied about the consequences of deforestation. Yes, what are the consequences of deforestation? The consequences of deforestation are increasing in the temperature and pollution level on the earth, increasing in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, leading to global warming, lowering of groundwater level, disturbs the balance in nature, decrease in rainfall leading to drought, soil erosion, and decrease in soil fertility leading to desertification, decrease in water holding capacity of soil leading to floods. Yes, so all these we study, and we also studied about drought. Yes, drought is actually result of when the trees are fewer. Yes, fewer trees means less carbon dioxide will be used up, resulting in its increased amount in the atmosphere. Yes, carbon dioxide will increase. This will lead to global warming, as you know that carbon dioxide trap the heat rays reflected by the earth. The increase in the temperature on the earth disturb the water cycle and may reduce rainfall. Yes, this could cause drought. So we studied all these in previous class. Yes, so now we will study some new topic. So first topic, as you can see on the screen, desertification means increasing of desert. Yes, so what is the meaning of desertification? What is the meaning of desertification? Removal of top layer of soil. Yes, removal of top layer of the soil exposes the hard and rocky layer, lower layers, which have very less humus and air. Yes, as they are less fertile, soil become like desert. It is termed as desertification. Yes, you know, kids, when when it rains, then if there is no tree at a place, then what will happen? Then what will happen? The top layer, fertile layer of soil will flow away along with water. Yes, and what will happen? The hard and rocky layer will expose. The hard and rocky layer will expose. Yes, which is actually very less humus. Yes, which is actually very less humus. Yes, humus, or you can say humus. Okay, humus or humus. So hummus is very important. Actually, hummus contains nutrients. Yes, humus is formed by dead and decaying matter in plants and animals. Yes, hummus is formed by all these things. So it is very less fertile because the top layer, which is more fertile, it is already flow away with it move away with water during the flood or during the rain. So it becomes the soil. So what happens as the as it less fertile, so soil become like desert. This is known as desertification. Yes. So we can say that due to removing of top layer of soil, the lower layer exposes, and this is less fertile, so soil become like desert. It is termed as desertification. Check out the spelling of desertification: DESERTIFICATION. Yes, desertification. So this is also the reason. Yes, it also due to deforestation. Yes, desertification is actually due to deforestation. Yes, desertification is actually due to deforestation. Whenever soil erosion increase, then there will be decrease in soil fertility, and it leads to desertification. So we can say desertification is the result of increasing in soil erosion and decreasing in soil fertility. Okay, so I hope you understood the meaning of desertification. Now let's study about conservation of forest and wildlife. Let's go on the next point. Okay, now we will study about the conservation of forest and wildlife. Yes, how to conserve, how to protect forest and wildlife. Wildlife means what? Wildlife include all the animals of forest, with trees, uh, and valleys, rivers, pond, all the things which are in forest, they are included in wildlife. Okay, so how to protect forest and wildlife? So forest and wildlife can be conserved by setting up areas like Biosphere Reserve, wildlife sanctuaries, and national park, etc. You know what, kids? Government, Indian government have made areas, large area for conserving the forest and wildlife. Yes, they have made national park, Biosphere Reserve, wildlife sanctuaries. So where all the animals, plants are protected, and government also made some rules. Yes, government also have made some rules to protect all these, to protect all these. So what do you mean by biosphere reserve? First topic is biosphere reserve. Biosphere reserves are large areas of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and the traditional life of the tribals living there. Yes, you know what, kids? In a biosphere reserve, tribals live there. Yes, tribals live there. Tribals actually they have a special life. You might have seen in movies about the tribals. Yes, and they live their own life, and they live naturally. Yeah, they are actually unaware from the technology, and they, most of them do not study. Yes, they depend upon the food of forest. They depend upon the, they use the things of forest like wood. They get all the things from forest. Yeah, it's true. So biosphere reserve is that area where the land is protected for conservation of biodiversity. Yes, for the protection of biodiversity. Yes, biodiversity. I hope you know the meaning of biodiversity. Biodiversity include the bio means different kind of animals, diversity, you know the meaning. So there are different animals and plants. So biosphere reserve is made to protect the plants and animals. Yes, biodiversity. That is the meaning of biodiversity. National parks, yes, and we also conserve forest and wildlife by making national parks. So, what do you mean by national parks? So, what do you mean by national parks? So, national parks are the area reserved for wildlife where they can you freely use the habitats and natural resources. Yes, national parks are that area reserved for wildlife where they can freely use their habitat and natural resources. Yes, it means what? It means it is not allowed to hunt, kill the animals in national park. Yes, they are the area for wildlife where animals move freely. You can go to national park, you can visit national park. If you know Kaziranga, if you have still heard about this national park Kaziranga, where you can go. There are many national park in India. Yes, I will give as a question. At last, you will find the answer yourself. Okay. So, national park are areas reserved for wildlife. Yes, where the animals can move freely. Plants are completely protected. Yes, all the trees and plants are completely protected. They can use natural resources. They live there in habitat like cave for lions. They make different habitat. Yes. And now the question is, what do you mean by wildlife sanctuaries? Wildlife sanctuary. Wildlife sanctuaries are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance into them or their habitat. Yes, they are completely protected. Yes, it is not allowed to kill, hunt there in wildlife sanctuaries. They are the areas where wildlife sanctuaries, um, where animals are protected, and there will be no disturbance for them to their habitat. And people generally, due to their greed, they go to forest to get the teeth of elephant, tusk of elephant. They go to bring tusk of elephant, which are used to make different things. But in a national park, wildlife sanctuary, it is against the law. If someone um, try to kill elephant, it is against the law. Yes. So I hope you understood what is Biosphere Reserve. Biosphere Reserve are large area for protected land and for conservation of biodiversity and the traditional life of tribals living there. And what do you mean by national park? National park are the areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use their habitat and natural resources. And what do you mean by wildlife sanctuaries? Wildlife sanctuaries are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them and their habitat. Okay, so I hope you understood the meaning. Okay, now we will talk about a new topic, which is flora and fauna. Let's move on the next point. Okay, it's so before we study about flora and fauna, let's study about biodiversity. Yes, so and you know that biosphere reserve, you know the meaning of biosphere reserve. Biosphere reserve are large area of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and traditional life of tribals living in there. So as I already told you that in a biosphere reserve, tribal people live. Yes, they have different tradition. Yes. Um, and in biosphere reserve actually made to protect the biodiversity. So what is the meaning of biodiversity? As you can see on your screen, biodiversity is the variety of plants and animals and microorganisms found in area. Yeah, so biodiversity means the variety. Diversity means variety, different variety. Bio means plants, living things. Okay, like plants, animals, microorganisms. So there are different kind of variety of plants, animals, and microorganisms. So biodiversity means variety of plants, animals, and microorganisms found in different an area, found in area. That is the meaning of bio. There are many microorganisms. Micro means very small. There are different small organisms. They are helpful, some are harmful, plants and animals. So in Biosphere Reserve, there is a large biodiversity. Yes, there are many kind of plants, many kind of animals, many kind of microorganisms live in biosphere. Yes, different kind of plants live there. Yes, you can found many plants. You can found many animals like tiger, lion, mm, cheetal. Yes, these kind of fox, many kind of animals you will found, and many kind of insect, small insect you will found in biosphere reserve. If you have heard about the biosphere reserve Panchmadi is a biosphere reserve. But for your kind information, let me tell you one more point. Actually, Biosphere Reserve consists of national park and wildlife sanctuary. Yes, Biosphere Reserve consists of national park and wildlife sanctuary. Yes, both are included in Biosphere Reserve. Yes, it is formed from both. So, Panchmadi is that Biosphere Reserve which is included national park, Bios, Panchmadi National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary. Panchmadi Wildlife Sanctuary. So, the Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve consists of a national park called Satpura and two wildlife sanctuary called Bori and Panchmadi. Yes. So there are, as I told you, that a Biosphere Reserve consists of national park and wildlife sanctuary. So which national park is in Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve? Satpura National Park is in Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve. And which are two wildlife sanctuary in Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve? Which are two wildlife sanctuary in Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve? Yes, there are two wildlife sanctuary, Bori and Panchmadi. Wildlife sanctuary are found in Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve. I hope you understood about Biosphere Reserve. Okay, and I hope that you understood the meaning of biodiversity. Yes, biodiversity is actually the variety of plants and animal and microorganisms. Yes, and Panchmadi is a biosphere reserve. Okay, biosphere reserve are large area of protected land for conservation of biodiversity and traditional life of tribals living there. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's talk about flora and fauna. Let's move on the next point. Okay, it's now let's talk about flora and fauna. Flora is actually referred to plants, and fauna is actually referred to animals. Yes, those animals or those plants which are found in particular area. Yes, in Rajasthan camels are found. Yes, it's true, because it is a desert area. That's why camels are found in Rajasthan. And if you will go to Jammu Kashmir, you will see there different animals, different like yak, different kind of sheep live there. Yes, which are not found in Rajasthan. Yes, the sheep of Jammu and Kashmir, they have long hair. It's true. And different kind of animal lives in Jammu Kashmir, because Jammu Kashmir is a cold area. So they have long hair. Yes, they have thick, fatty skin, and long trees you will see there. Yes, and the shape of leaves is different from the trees if we compare from the tree of Rajasthan. Yeah, so different place have different environment, so different animals live there. So what do you mean by flora? Flora are the plants found in particular area. Yes, They are the plants which are found in particular area. Yes, flora are the plants which are found in particular area. Yes, and if we talk about fauna, fauna are the animals found in particular area. Yes, in particular area, they will, you will not get them in other places. Like we talked about Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve. Yes, so in Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve, you will found different kind of flora. Yes, in, sal, teak, wild mango, jamun, silver ferns. So different kind of flora you will found in Panchmadi. You will not found anywhere else like this. They are found in particular area. And if we talk about the fauna, different kind of fauna you will found like wild dog, cheetal, wolf, leopard, blue bull, barking deer. Yes, barking deer. Isn't it amazing name? Barking deer, wild dog. Yeah. As you can see in the picture, some picture you can see the picture of some animals and plants. Yes, you can see the picture of some sal, teak, mm, silver ferns you can see, and you can also see the picture of deer, wild dog, leopard, wolf you can see in the picture. So these are flora and fauna. Okay, so I hope you understood the meaning flora. So what do you mean by flora? Flora are referred to the plants, those plants which are found in particular area, and fauna are referred to those animals which are actually found in particular area. Yes, like sal, teak, wild mango, jamun, silver fern, they are flora. And wild dog, cheetal, wolf, leopard, blue bull, blue color bull. Isn't it amazing? Barking deer, they are found in. They all are fauna. I hope that you understood the meaning. Now let's study the new topic, next, endemic species. Let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's talk about endemic species. Endemic species means special and specific species. So as you can see in the picture, can you see some pictures of animals and plants? Yes, you will not found them in other places. Yes, nowhere you will get. They are found at particular places. So endemic species are those species of plants and animals found only in particular area. Yes, they are not found anywhere else. Yes, you will not found them anywhere else. You will found them at a particular places. So endemic species are those species of plants and animals found only in particular area, and they are not found anywhere else. Yes, like sal and wild mango are endemic flora. Yes, sal, wild mango, they are found in Panchmadi. And bison, Indian giant squirrel, flying squirrel. Yes, there is also squirrel which can fly. Flying squirrel are the endemic fauna. Yes, of this area. These are endemic species. So as you can see the picture of bison, can you see the picture of bison, which is looking like buffalo? Can you see the picture of squirrel, which is actually a Indian giant squirrel? Yes, and look the picture of flying squirrel. Can you see the picture of flying squirrel? And as you can see the picture of sal and wild mango. Yes, can you see the picture of sal and wild mango? So all these are endemic species. All these are endemic species. So endemic species are those species of plants and animal which are found in particular area. Yes, you will not found, and it is very important to protect these species. Yes, it's very important to protect them. You will not found them anywhere else. They are found in particular area. Sal, wild mango, and these are flora. Wild mango are flora, and you know the meaning of flora. What do you mean by flora? Flora are the plants found in particular area, and fauna, you know the meaning of fauna are the animals found in particular area. Yes, we know different kind of fauna: wild dog, cheetal, wolf, leopard, blue bull, barking deer. Yes, and you know, kids, flying squirrel, Indian giant squirrel. They are fauna. They are found in Panchamadi. I hope that you understood it. Now let's talk once again about wildlife sanctuary. Let's move on the next point. Okay, it's wildlife sanctuary. Check the spelling of sanctuary: sanctuary. Yes, this spelling is little bit different: sanctuar. So, what do you mean by wildlife sanctuary? As you can see the picture of some wildlife animal, you can see a colorful squirrel. Yes, so there are different things, different plants, different animals are found in wildlife sanctuary. So wildlife sanctuary are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance. Yes, nothing is allowed. If you will kill, you will go to jail. Yes, so it's completely prohibited. Yes, you can't kill, you can't hunt. Yes, so wildlife sanctuary are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance. Yes, to them and their habitat, even their house. Yes, the house of the habitat, the living place of different animals. Yes, they are completely protected. Yes, you cannot kill any elephant, you cannot kill any tiger, you cannot cut the plants also. Yes, you are not allowed to cut the plants. Because the hunter kill the animals to get their skin also. Yes, to get the flesh, because they use them to make different kind of things. Yes, artificial things. There are many artificial things are made from the skin and bones of these wildlife animal. Yes, it's a true. You, if you don't know, check out on the Google that which things are made from bones of animal, skin of animal. You will found many things, and you will get electric shock. Yes, so wildlife sanctuaries are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them or their habitat. And the killing or capturing of animals in wildlife sanctuaries is strictly prohibited. Yes, killing or capturing, you cannot kill, you cannot capture any animals in wildlife sanctuary. It is completely protected. Yes, it is strictly protected. Yes, it is strictly protected. So, and you know that you cannot kill any tiger, and there are many rules made. So, and there are many projects started by government to protect the animals. Yes, it's a true point. So it's not allowed to kill any animals, to capture any animals in wildlife sanctuary. I hope that you understood the meaning of wildlife sanctuary. Okay, now it's time to ask question from you. Let's move on the last point. Okay, it's time to ask question from you. Question number one: write a short note on flora and fauna wildlife sanctuary. So, what is wildlife sanctuary? Wildlife sanctuary are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them or their habitat, and the killing or capturing of animals in wildlife sanctuary is strictly prohibited. Yes, and what are flora and fauna? You know that flora are plants found in particular area, and Fauna are the animals found in particular area. The flora of Panchamadi consists of sal, teak, wild mango, jamun, silver ferns, and the fauna of Panchamadi consists of wild oak, cheetal, wolf, leopard, blue bull, parking deer. Okay. Which question number two? Question number two is which areas are set up to protect wildlife? Yes, which areas are set up to protect wildlife? Forest and wildlife can be conserved by can be protected by setting up areas like Biosphere Reserve, wildlife sanctuaries, national park. Okay, and in Biosphere Reserve are the area protected land for conservation and biodiversity where the traditional life of tribals live there. Yes, and wildlife sanctuary are the area where animals are protected from disturbance to them and their habitat. Yes. Now next question is write the name of any three national park and biosphere reserve of India. Yes, I will not tell the answer of this question. You will find yourself. Search on Google, search anywhere, find the answer. Write the name of any three national park and biosphere reserve of India. Okay. Last question is define desertification. Yes, what is desertification? Desertification, removal of top layer of soil. Removal of top layer of soil exposes the hard and rocky lower layers which have very less humus and air. As the less fertile soil becomes like desert, it is termed as desertification. So desertification is means turning of fertile soil into unfertile. Yes, due to exposing of hard rocky layer, removing of due to soil erosion. Yes, in short we can say, in short if I talk the definition of, if I give you the definition of desertification, then you can say desertification means converting the fertile soil into unfertile due to soil erosion. Yes. Okay, I hope that you understood. Now, the remaining topic we will study in next class. Yes, and then remaining topic like endangered animals we will study. About endangered animals we will study in next class. Okay, today we studied about endemic uh, animals, endemic species. We know that endemic species are those species of plants and animal found in particular area. They are not found anywhere else, like bison, Indian giant squirrel, endemic flying squirrel. Yes, and if we talk about flora, sal, wild mango. Okay, now the remaining we will study in next class. Till then, bye bye.